But what is the actual point of this video? Here is the point. Don't be a jerk. Hey, welcome back to the Xbox Basement. I was just reading around and catching up with my fellow Xbox brothers and was very discouraged to come across a post where the user said, "I have stopped speaking to players on Xbox now. As soon as they ask you your age and you tell them that you were in your early 50s, I have been insulted so many times online." Now this was in response to Microsoft's voice reporting, and believe it or not, it's been about a year since that has actually launched. If you don't know what this is, you can actually record clips of people's gameplay. And these clips will actually record their voice as well. So if you're having trouble with anybody, you can actually report this to Xbox completely anonymously, and Xbox should do something about this. But what I really want to focus on here is a deeper issue. Now this user said he was in his early 50s and that he had been playing games for a very long time. Now if you're in your early 20s and you are watching this video, you might think to yourself, "Oh my gosh, 50, that's so old." But if you're a little older like me and you remember the days of original NES and Sega Genesis, and you were around for the launch of the PS2 or the Xbox, all of a sudden in your mind, 50 is not that old. Because even at early 50s, this guy, yes, I'm assuming he's a guy, has only one or two more generations of gaming on me. And as somebody who is no longer in my 20s, I can confidently say that 50 is not old. Young players, especially online, are just assuming that a 50-year-old couldn't hang with them in their game. Okay, I just said hang, I guess I am dating myself. People still say hang, right? And it is completely foolish to think that someone who is older would not understand modern gaming. I, however, would argue that they understand it better. People that had the original consoles, like Nintendo or even the Atari, the ones that saw these consoles come to market and then expand from 4 to 8 to 16 to 32 to 64 to 128-bit, these are the players, and I include myself in this list, are the ones that are the backbone of gaming. These were the players that were running circles in Halo long before the Call of Duty experts had even picked up a controller. Of course, I'm not saying that all 20-year-olds are like this, but I think it's the American culture obsession with youth that nowadays would assume that somebody who is in their 50s couldn't play or even enjoy games like this. And in a very real sense, I was once this kid. I remember being 9 or 10 years old and watching my dad struggle to play Super Mario Brothers. And thinking it was hilarious that he thought he had to move the controller to make Mario jump further. Of course, I was just a child, and I love my dad to death, but he was never interested in video games. Bringing it to the current times, I know tons of people that are either in their 40s or their 50s that absolutely enjoy gaming and Xbox gaming. I would also argue that new consoles would not exist unless we had the older generation. They were the ones that had to spearhead all these games, the ones that had to go through the grueling tasks of one-hit deaths and no save points. And if you died, well, sorry, you start all over again. They were the ones who persevered through all of the hardest generations of gaming. So in a very real sense, they've seen the evolution, and I think are better able to have an appreciation for current technology. And just as a side note, if you are a teen or early 20s, I promise you that life does not end at 30 under normal circumstances. So don't worry, at some point you will be the old man on the couch, telling all these young whippersnappers about how you used to be young and playing video games. But what is the actual point of this video? Here is the point. Don't be a jerk. Lots of different people like lots of different games. And remember what they taught you in kindergarten? If you ain't got nothing nice to say, then you shouldn't be saying anything at all. People, this is why people are moving away from Xbox chat and going to Discord groups. Nobody wants to play with a total jerk. Let's have respect for our fellow gamers, regardless of which console or game you are playing. Keep it civil, keep it kind. I've been John, by the way, and we will see you in the next one.